Have you ever wondered what goes into the making of a news story that you read or watch? From the time a story breaks, to collecting its details, verifying facts, speaking to sources, and then getting you a report on it. This cycle is challenging. Those often bringing you these stories often face a time crunch, working against tight deadlines. The more challenging a story is, the more complicated and time-consuming this cycle becomes. So politics, governance, economy, social issues, and even exposing corruption, each reporter strives to get a complete picture for the audience. How is that possible? By hitting ground zero, speaking to people, fellow reporters on ground, putting the story into perspective, and ensure a story of public importance gets the coverage it deserves. Of course, this job has its set of occupational hazards, particularly in cases that expose government or wrongdoing by private individuals. Reporters face a great deal of risks and even threats to their physical safety while investigating critical matters. Today, our story is about one such journalist, not from any of these flashy metro cities, but in Chhattisgarh's Bastar, a journalist who was murdered for doing his job. Hello and welcome to Simply Put. I am Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. This is Mukesh Chandrakar, a 33-year-old journalist. Mukesh's body was found in a septic tank in a compound on Friday, the 3rd of January. The compound belonged to a road construction contractor in Bijapur town area. Reportedly, he was beaten to death using an iron rod that severely damaged his body. Mukesh was last seen on the evening of 1st of January. His elder brother, Mukesh, also a journalist, filed a complaint with the police the following day. Based on mobile tracking, police located Mukesh's body on the property of contractor Mukesh Chandrakar. Suresh is also said to be a distant relative of Mukesh. The former is the main accused in the murder and was arrested earlier this week from Hyderabad. But why was a young, fearless journalist killed? Because he was doing his job. Suresh had allegedly undertaken 3 government projects worth 150 crore rupees. In one of his ground reports, Mukesh brought to light alleged irregularities in the construction of a road from Gangalore to Nelasnar village. This work was linked to contractor Mukesh Chandrakar. Mukesh's report prompted an investigation into the project. Mukesh's brother in his complaint cited threats from 3 individuals, including contractor Suresh, following the report. Reports say Suresh plotted the murder along with some of his associates for a few days before executing it. Mukesh's gruesome murder triggered outrage among journalists who demanded justice for the young scribe. The Press Council of India called for a report on the facts of the case from the state government. The Editors Guild too condemned Mukesh's murder. Local journalists held protests demanding strict action against the killers. Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Vishnu Devsai, described Chandrakar's death as heartbreaking and ordered the formation of a special investigation team. During the past week, several senior journalists have written about Mukesh, their association with him, and why his murder is alarming. Mukesh Chandrakar was born in a small remote village in Chhattisgarh called Basuguda. This village was among the worst affected in the mid-2000s when armed militias and Maoists wreaked havoc. Mukesh lost his father pretty early in his life and was raised by his mother. He grew up in a state that was known as the hotbed of Naxal violence. Mukesh began with menial jobs like collecting mawa flowers, which is used to make liquor, which is popular among tribals, and also worked in a garage. Around 2013, he decided to enter journalism. Over the years, Mukesh has worked with several mainstream media outlets, including NDTV. Then he started his own YouTube channel called Bastar Junction. At the time of his death, this channel had around 165,000 subscribers. Scrolling through his YouTube channel, you will find videos. No flashy graphics or animation, just pure good old reporting. Stories that kept people and their issues first. From protests by villagers in Bastar, lack of bridges, the poor condition of hospitals and medical facilities in Bijapur, and how people are suffering due to Naxal violence. Mukesh even helped other journalists traveling to Chhattisgarh from other cities to help navigate the dense jungles and tricky terrains in the state of Chhattisgarh. Several of Mukesh's friends remember him as someone who was committed to his job and always willing to help out others with a smile. Mukesh's murder brought the attention back to where it must be, ensuring the safety of reporters. Mind you, it's not easy being a journalist, especially in the interiors of India, where reporters who work as stringers for news organizations are often underpaid and face local pulls and pushes that makes their job even tougher. The Congress government led by Bhupesh Baghel in 2023 passed a law which is called the Chhattisgarh Protection of Media Persons Act 2023. The aim of this was to protect journalists and their properties and offices from violence. However, a report in the Indian Express has found that this law has been in cold storage since being notified in June 2023. The report says during the Congress rule, BJP MLAs who were in the opposition demanded that the bill be sent to a select committee for further examination. This demand was rejected by the then Speaker. Now, Chief Minister from the BJP, Vishnu Dev Sai, has said it will be implemented, but some officials and journalists claim that this law is not strong enough. And Mukesh's case is not alone. That's a worrying sign. Several other reporters have often paid a price with their lives in some cases, and others are subject to online threats and intimidation. In May 2022, Subhash Kumar Mahato, a freelance journalist known for his reporting on people involved in illegal sand mining, was fatally shot in the head by 4 unidentified men outside his home in Bihar. In February 2024, senior journalist Nikhil Wagle was attacked by BJP workers in Pune city. Wagle was heading to an event in Pune when his car was vandalized by BJP and Shiv Sena workers. A few days before the attack, the journalist had in a social media post criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP stalwart L.K. Advani. According to media watchdog Reporters Without Borders, an average of 3 or 4 journalists are killed in connection with their work every year in India. It also says India is one of the world's most dangerous countries for the media. As per the Press Freedom Ranking of 2024, India's rank slipped further to 159 out of 180 countries surveyed. Basically, it's not an easy time to be a journalist in India. Every piece of original reportage, investigation, and expose comes at a cost. If it's against the government, rich, mighty, and powerful, one has to be ready to face a troll army on the internet who will make vile and dirty remarks against you. In person, who knows, maybe even attack you, like the examples that I just cited. Independent digital portals facing the looming possibility of being raided by central agencies only for doing their work, that is questioning and holding the government accountable on critical issues. And we've seen those examples of those raids and surveys done by central agencies. As for Mukesh and his work, his colleagues in Chhattisgarh are determined to follow up on the investigation work that was done by him. The Reporters Collective, which is a group of stellar senior investigative journalists, is funding the investigation with the help of its readers. It's these tough times that make the support of you, the viewer, to digital portals like HW so critical. Those who dare to uncover the truth, even if it upsets the mighty and powerful. Mukesh's bold reporting only being one such example, also giving a grim reminder of the cost of telling truth in today's day and age. That's all we have for this episode of Simply Put. Do like and share this video, comment and let us know what your views are, and of course, subscribe to HW News English and support independent journalism. Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.